The screen is visible to you. Number
Yes, sir.
97, respond. 97. Please unmute and answer to my question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, super. Like that. Okay. Whenever I ask the question, I will ask with a registration number. Registration number. You have to unmute that one and answer to my question. You can only to answer the everyone. Okay. Okay, guys. Let us start the session. Today, I'm going to discuss the first topic, that is scalable computing over the internet. Scalable computing over the internet. In this, the first topic, we are going to discuss about the subtopics like scalability. Next, age of internet computing. The next one is three new computing paradigms. After that, we will discuss about computing paradigm distinctions. Okay, next one is the final one is distributed system families. We are going to discuss about these all these five subtopics in the first unit. Okay, uh, coming to the first topic, that is scalability. What is meant by scalability, guys? Scalability means either we can increase the size or we can reduce the size related to computing. Okay, in this topic we are going to discuss about how the computing facilities from olden days to nowadays, how it is changing. We are going to explain this topic. Okay, this computing facilities, okay, how they are changing from olden days to nowadays, we are going to discuss in this topic. Okay, in that the first topic is scalability. In that we are going to discuss about horizontal scaling as well as vertical scaling. Okay, how it is, how the resources are increased in horizontal scaling, we will discuss. How the resources we will increase in the vertical scaling also, we will discuss in the first one, that is scalability. Okay, scalability means we may increase the resources or we can reduce the resources as our request related to that. The second topic is age of internet computing. The age of internet computing. Okay, when the time goes on, how the computing facilities are changing, here also we will discuss, like HPC, high performance computing. Okay, and the next one is high throughput computing. Second one is high throughput computing and its evolutions, we are going to discuss in the second one, that is age of internet computing. We are going to discuss about high performance computing, high throughput computing. Okay, nowadays what we are using, which high performance computer, high throughput computing, we will going to discuss in the second one. The next one is third one, the three new computing paradigms. Okay, when the time goes on, different computing paradigms comes into picture. Okay, like first one is RFID, radio frequency identification. The next one is, we all know, that is GPS, global positioning system. And the third one is IoT. IoT means, okay, input of, right. So the next one is the fourth one, computing paradigm distinctions. Okay, when the time goes on, how the different paradigms and their differences, we are going to discuss. Like first days or olden days, we are going to use centralized. Next we went for the parallel paradigm. The next one is distributed paradigm, we are going to discuss. The last one is cloud computing. Nowadays we are everyone are familiar with cloud computing. These four are the different computing paradigms. We are going to discuss about the how they will work. This the next one is distributed system families. Here we will discuss about the different parameters, efficiency, how the efficiency is there in the distributed systems. All these things, efficiency related, security related things, we will going to discuss in the distributed system families. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to cover these topics. Okay, I will try to cover these topics. The first one is scalability. Let us go into the first unit, first topic. In that subtopic, first one is scalability. Okay. Okay, guys. The olden days, what they have started is they use the centralized computing to do the computational work. Means only one system. Okay, in that they are going to give the instructions. According to those instructions, they execute and they give the output. Okay. Okay, the day goes on. Okay, the work is also, the very large scale problems also come into picture. To solve those problems, the parallelism come into picture. Okay, parallelism means doing the concurrent things. Okay, 2 or 3 processors will be there. They will do the works parallelly. Okay, they will do the works parallel. Because of this one, what happened is that the efficiency of the system also increased. Olden days means only one system, one problem. Okay, the time goes on, there comes the parallelism. Parallelism means multiple processors or multiple systems execute the works. Okay, to solve the bigger problems, these things, the parallelism comes into picture. Parallelism means divide the overwork. Okay, overwork into different subparts. Each part will be executed by different process. This way, the parallelism comes into picture, right? Nowadays also we are using this parallelism. Okay, guys, clear about this one, number 48? Okay, complete the writing this one.
Yes, sir.
Right. The next one is scalability. Okay, the scalability means what is the work we can grow or we can shrink the resources at any point of time. Means if for suppose you are using 4 GB of RAM at one point of time, you have installed some games in your system. Okay, at that time what we have, that RAM is not at all sufficient to play that game. What we have to do is we can take another RAM, 4 GB of RAM, and we will place that in your local system. Okay, that is means growing. Shrinking means, for suppose you don't need that much. Okay, you have used that 8 GB for some days. You have used that 8 GB for some days. Okay, after some days you have uninstalled that game. At that time no need of that 8 GB of RAM. Then what we will do is we are able to remove that resources from the system. That is, we call them as a scalability. Here there are two categories of the scalabilities is there. One is horizontal and the next one is vertical scaling. Horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Next class we will going to discuss about the horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Okay, guys, clear? Number 97. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Completed the writing of the slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. The next slide. We are going to discuss about horizontal or scale of scale. Both are the same things. Okay. Horizontal scaling means for suppose you are having one system. Okay, you want one project or one work you to complete that one. At that time, that resources already there in your system is not at all sufficient to do that work. What we will do is in horizontal scaling. What we will do in the horizontal scaling, we will take another system. We will connect these two systems and divide the work and do the and complete that work in horizontal scaling. In horizontal scaling, what we are doing is we are taking the another systems. Okay, parallel to that one, we will connect these two systems. Okay, like example here is converting one web server to 3 web servers. Okay, one web server is not at all sufficient to the complete that work. What we will do is we will take a few more few more servers parallel to that one. We will connect those things and we will solve that problem. Okay, this is we call them as a horizontal or scale of scaling. Once again I'm repeating, guys. Horizontal scaling means horizontally we will place different systems. Okay, if you are unable to do the work or if you want to scale, okay, increase that capacity of the, then what we will do is we will take another node parallel to that one. We will connect all these systems, okay, to complete for that work. Example వచ్చేపటికి we are increasing one web server to 3 web servers, okay, to complete the particular task. Okay, this is called as horizontal scaling or scale of scaling. Okay, guys, clear? Number 48.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right, very good. Next one is vertical or scale up, scale down. Vertical scaling or scale up or scale down. Scale up or scale down. Here what we will do is, okay, we will use the same system to by increasing the resources inside that system to complete that task. Previously what we have done, we have taken another server parallel to that one. Sorry, but in this one what we are going to do is, okay, we are going to place the resources inside that the same system. Okay, we are not going to take another system. For suppose to complete that project, okay, to complete that project, some RAM capabilities we have to increase. What we will do is we will take another RAM and place it inside the system. We are not going to take another node parallel to this one. Okay, here we are increasing the own system capabilities. Okay, not by placing the another node parallel to that one and connecting. Here only one system is there. In that only we are going to add, or we can scale up or scale down the different resources to the system. Understand, guys? Once again, I'm repeating, guys. Okay, here only one system is there. If you want to increase the resources, means we will place inside that system. Okay, we are not going to place another node parallel to that one. Okay, only one system. You're going to accommodate all these things in one side. Like we can increase the CPU capabilities, or we can increase the memory, or we can increase the storage things. All these things we can be done in one system only. No another nodes. Okay, guys, clear? Right? I'm going for the next slide. Vertical or scale up or scale down. Okay, this is the diagram related to this one. Okay, horizontal means placing the different separate nodes parallel to that one. Okay, here how many nodes are there? Here 3 nodes are there. But coming to vertical, only one node will be there. Only one system will be there. If you want to increasing the resources capabilities, means you will place inside that one node only. This is the best example for this one. Okay, write it down, draw this diagram.
మానస్ సార్
Ma'am,
73 దేమి రిమూవ్ అవ్వలేదు కదా సార్, అంటే తనకి రిమూవ్ అవుతున్నట్టు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోతుంది సార్. 73 ది ఫస్ట్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారు, ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోతుందండి. ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్, కనెక్ట్ అవ్వమని చెప్తున్నాను. అప్లికేషన్ ఒకసారి క్లోజ్ చేసి చేయమంటాను.
If anybody having facing the problem related to login, just close the application and again try to connect that one. Then your problem will be solved. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to the next slide, guys. The first one is scaling is completed till now. The first topic, okay, in that one subtopic is scaling. The scaling is completed now. The next one is the second topic. Okay, second subtopic in the first one, that is age of internet computing. Age of internet computing, when olden days to nowadays, how this one will be changing. Okay, the starting days only one centralized systems will be there. Okay, nowadays how much of data is producing, so in every second to compute that one centralized system is not at all sufficient. Okay, high performance computing and large amount of data centers can be accommodated with the large data centers. Those also come into picture, and supercomputing. All these things are coming to picture when days goes on. Okay, olden days only centralized computers. Okay, from that day, nowadays we are using with a supercomputer with facilities like large data centers, and high performance computing will come into the picture to solve the big amount of data. Like yesterday which Alas discussed about the big data, right? To solve those to analyze that big data, only one system is not at all sufficient. Okay, to parallel computing, high performance computing has to use to solve those big data problems. Okay, guys, right? This is first thing. Okay, in that also some subtopics are there, like high performance computing and high throughput computing. We will going to discuss in the next slide. Okay, clear? Shall I? Number 48. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right, Amma. Okay, no. There are mainly two computing things are there. That is, first one is high performance computing and high throughput computing. Nowadays, any computing will comes under these two only. One is high performance computing and high throughput computing. High performance computing. Okay. For suppose I will give one example here. High performance computing, guys. Okay, here I will give you one best example, guys. For suppose, okay, you already go with your cars, right? Okay, for particular one toll plaza, for particular car went to the toll plaza or not, you have to find out. For that, they have given 100 terabytes of video to you. How you have able to search that car inside that 100 terabytes of data? One system is not at all sufficient. Okay, what we have to do is we will take 100 systems. parallelly. Okay, for each system 1 terabyte of video will be given to that each system, means 100 systems, 100 into 1 terabyte, that is 100 terabytes of data. Now the problem will be somewhat simplified. Here what we will do is they will parallelly they will do the work. Okay, first system no car phone, second no second terabyte of data, no car phone, third, like that 99 system went there. Okay, at that time also we didn't find the car in the toll plaza. Can we say that the car is not there in that 100 terabytes of data?
Chintu,
66. Number 66, respond. Number 66. If anybody is not responding, they will be put absent. Number 66. Okay, I am again tell the problem, guys. Okay, here
66 is available only, sir.
ma'am, that is he's not
66
responding. That is why he's not responding. If anybody not responded means they will be put absent. Okay, the madam will give the attendance. Okay, I will put 66 absent for him. Okay, please be here. Okay, concentrate here. Okay, okay, 100 terabytes of data is there. Okay, on toll plaza data, that is one car is went to the toll plaza. We want to find out that car is crossed the toll plaza or not. We want to find out. Here 100 terabytes of data is there. Okay, 100 terabytes of data searching with one system is somewhat difficult. That is why we have divided the work to the 100 systems. Okay, each 1 terabytes of data. 99 systems completed their searching. They didn't find out that car. Okay, can we say that the car is not there in 100 terabytes of data? Say yes or no. Obviously no. Why? Because there is another 1 terabyte of data is there, last one. 1 terabyte of data is last one is there. Okay, we have to search there also. Okay, that is why it is called as tightly coupled thing. Okay, high performance computing is a tightly coupled thing. We are going to use this one for solving the large problems. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here the things are tightly coupled, guys. Tightly coupled. We cannot say if one task is not completed means we cannot say that we cannot say that that's the overall task is also not completed. This is tightly coupled thing. Okay, tightly coupled. And moreover that we use this high performance computing for measuring the performance of a systems also. Nowadays we are not going to use this high performance computing. The next one we are going to use nowadays. Okay, olden days we are going to use this high performance computing. For suppose I will give one problem for this one. For suppose every day lots of Google users are searching in Google engine, right? Lots of crores of users are searching in the Google engine. For suppose I am searching one thing like a high performance computing in the Google. Okay, for suppose in front of me, for suppose crores of people will be there. Okay, after completing those tasks only can I get the result? No, obviously. Okay, my task is individual thing, their task is individual things. But previous example what I told you is that 100 terabytes of data, those things are tightly coupled, means one thing is will be depend upon the other thing. Okay, if the last one is not at all completed, we cannot say the result also. Okay, right? That is the thing we have to compare here. High performance computing means to use it to solve the larger problems. Okay, here parallelism will be there, right? But there is a coupling between the two tasks will be there. Okay, for calculating the performance we are using this one. The next one is nowadays we are not going to use this one, high performance computing. Okay guys, clear? Numbers again I am repeating 66. Are you there?
yes, sir.
Why you are not responding previously?
Manoj, sir.
Okay, number 66 you have to respond. Okay, any number. When I ask the questions with a roll number, they have to respond, then only they will get the attendance. Okay, right? Number 66. Fine, very good. Number 66.
Manoj.
Okay, fine. Okay, in that one, high performance computing, tightly coupled thing. Okay, finding the car in the 100 terabytes of data, that is the best example. Okay, we cannot give the result. Okay, only we are able to say the result after completing all the 100 system completing their task. Okay guys, clear? Right? Okay, now I'm going to new paradigm, that is high throughput computing. Previously one is high performance computing, that olden days one. Now we are using this high throughput computing. The example I have given you, that is Google. Okay, sorry guys, Google. What we are going to do here is that no need to wait for the another persons to complete their task. Okay, everyone will have the
Apple.
Apple. Guys, understand guys, because of this one the remaining people are disturbing. Okay, the remaining 94 people are disturbing.
A3 మీది ఎందుకమ్మా మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టుకోలేదు? A3
Understand guys, understand.
మ్యామ్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్ గా టచ్ అయింది మ్యామ్ అది.
ఓకే అమ్మా, ఓకే ఫైన్
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే గైస్, మీరు అక్కడ అర్థం చేసుకోండి అమ్మా. మనం ఏదన్నా చేస్తున్నామంటే గనక డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తున్నామంటే మన వల్ల 94 పీపుల్ ఆర్ సఫరింగ్. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ 94 పీపుల్ ఆర్ సఫరింగ్. 1 minute guys. Okay, if you are doing anything here,
A50 ఎవరు? Galaxy A50. Somebody has joined with Galaxy A50. Change your that name to the register number, otherwise you won't get attendance. Galaxy A50. Sir, okay sir, continue sir.
ఓకే అమ్మా, మీరు చూసుకోండి, అర్థం చేసుకోండి ఒక్కసారి నేను చెప్తున్నాను ఎందుకనేది. మనం ఏదైనా చేసామంటే కనుక మనం తెలియచేసినా సరే మన వల్ల 94 పీపుల్ అనేది ఆగుతున్నారు. అది గుర్తుంచుకోండి, చాలా మనసులో పెట్టుకోండి. ఎవరు మనం డిస్టర్బ్ చేయకూడదు, మన పని మనం చేసుకోవాలి అంతే. కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ గా వినండి. నేను ఇదేరా చెప్పేది మీకు. ఓకే రైట్ గైస్, లెట్ us go into the topic. Okay guys, then next one is high throughput computing. Nowadays we are using this one. Okay, here no need to wait for the another person to get the result. Okay, every person is every thread is a individual thread here. Okay, no need to wait for the other things. Like the example is searching Google engine. No, in each second lots and crores of people are searching by using Google. Okay, for suppose in front of myself 1 crore people is there searching. Okay, if I waited for that one means then I have to wait for so much long time. Here there is no need to wait for the other person to be. Okay, here, but previously in high performance computer we have to wait. Okay, we have to wait. They are tightly coupled, but here is it's loosely coupled. No need to wait for the other one to complete the task. Okay, every thread is an individual thread. Maximum days now all of them are using high throughput computing. Like best example also cloud computing also we can use it. Okay, cloud computing also we can use it, right? Okay, different persons are connected to one Amazon web service. Okay, one person is there, another person is there. Okay, they are both are working with that Amazon web service. No, okay, I don't need to wait for the other person to do his task. Okay, every thread is an individual thread. Okay, likewise nowadays all of them are using this high throughput computing. The cloud computing, all these things will comes under high throughput computing, right? High performance computing. The next one is high throughput computing. Guys, complete that writing A3.
Yes sir.
Super.
No sir.
Okay, who is that? Lokesh? Write it down, complete it. Okay, number 66, tell me after completing writing the slide.
Sir.
Fine. Okay, I'm going for the next slide. The same thing I have explained. Okay, at the same time we are able to access that one, right? Example, cloud computing, Amazon web services, different users are there, they are concurrently accessing the same Amazon web service. No need to wait for the other person. Okay, your work is independent and his work is independent, both are going to access that one. Example, what is the example guys? Google search engine, cloud computing, all these things. Okay, number one, after completed writing, tell me.
Completed, sir.
Completed, fine.
Yes,
Okay, very good, very good. Number one. Okay, now we will discuss comparing with the both the things. Okay, how the new paradigms comes into picture. Let us see. Okay, in the top of that one, yellowish color, high performance computing and high throughput computing is there. Okay, high performance computing is a homogeneous one. Okay, from that one, the centralized clusters, we are forming the different clusters and homogeneous systems. High performance computing. Okay, the next coming to the left side, high throughput computing. Here we are going to use the sharing of a file between the peer-to-peer systems. Sharing of file between a peer-to-peer systems. Here, different computers are connected to the one Amazon, like example, Amazon Web Services. Both are concurrently working, right? Okay, these two things will be combined to form as computational and data gates. Okay, the last one is three different applications of that one by combining the high performance computing as well as high throughput computing. What is the first one? First one is web services, the next one is clouds, and the next one is internet of things. By combining all these two things, the new one formed is internet of things, clouds, and web services. Different things. Okay, I'm going to explain this one with the next slides. Okay, if you want, you can take this diagram.
Roll number 75 and 77. మీరు కాసేపు ఉంటున్నారు, కాసేపు వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారా నెంబర్ తో? రోల్ నంబర్ 77. 79 అనే నెంబర్ 2 సార్లు వచ్చింది సార్. 79 అనే నెంబర్ 2 సార్లు వచ్చింది, మళ్ళీ మార్చేశారు. మీరు మిస్లీడ్ మమ్మల్ని చేయాలని అనుకుంటున్నారు, బట్ మీరే మోసపోతున్నారని మీకు తెలియట్లేదు. ఒకసారి అది అర్థం చేసుకోండి నాన్న.
మీటింగ్ కూడా చెప్పక్క నాకు.
మీ స్పీకర్స్ ని మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టండి. ఏ నాట్ మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టండి.
Okay guys, number one, tell me after completing this slide.
మ్యామ్ నాది డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యింది మ్యామ్.
మీ నెంబర్ వచ్చింది, 77 రాలేదు, చూసాను.
సరే మ్యామ్, ఇక్కడ నెట్వర్క్ కొంచెం లోగా ఉంది మ్యామ్. పద్దాక డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది మ్యామ్.
ఓకే.
Okay, one respond after completion of this diagram, right?
Okay, sir. I'll respond.
వెంకట జగదీష్ కోట, నీ నెంబర్ ఎంత? 51 ఏనా? వెంకట జగదీష్ కోట నెంబర్
51 మేడం.
ఓకే. సార్ మీరు కంటిన్యూ చేసుకోండి సార్.
Okay ma'am. Guys, this diagram mainly explains how the web services, internet of clouds and internet of things comes from a high performance computing and as well as high throughput computing. These both are combined to form these things. Okay, The next coming classes we are going to discuss about the web services, internet of clouds means cloud things, and the next one is internet of things. This we are going to discuss. Okay, internet of things we have mainly discussed about RFID, radio frequency ID devices. Okay, related to cloud we are going to discuss about virtualization. Related to web services we are going to discuss about service oriented architecture. Okay, HTC is a distributed control, but whereas HPC is a centralized control. You have to make this note also. Distributed control means like different nodes to access the Amazon Web Services from different places we are going to connect. But in parallel computing, okay, in 100 rooms, 100 systems are there, all these are connected to a network. That is a centralized control. And moreover, that those things are, all the nodes are homogeneous nodes. But coming to the HTC, we are connecting to the Amazon Web Services means all these systems are different nodes. That point you have to remember. Coming to HPC, all the systems are homogeneous systems, same type things. From that we are going to form the clusters.
Yes, sir. Completed writing.
Super, number one.
Sir, in this diagram, certain topics are represented in certain types of notes.
No, this is not at all
Some are
completed. In the
in-
next slides, I'm going to explain with this different slides. Okay, just I have given the glance. Next slides, I'm going to explain the overall. Okay, number one.
Yes, sir.
Right. 73, please mute. Okay, right. Let us go for the next slide. Okay, in HPC, what we are going to do is, guys, HPC is here. The homogeneous systems are connected physically to solve a particular problem. Homogeneous systems are connected to solve a particular problem. Here, data sharing will be there with among the systems. Like example, HPC have taken 100 terabytes of data. Okay, one first system is first terabyte, second system second terabyte. All these systems are connected by interconnectivity should be there. Then only they are going to give the solution. For suppose one system is individually searching, it didn't find the result. Okay, they have to communicate with all the other 99 systems. Then only the overall we were able to give the solution. That is, the car is there in the 100 terabytes of data or not. We are able to give this. 75, after completing the slide, tell me. Jahnavi.
Sir.
Okay, after completion of this slide, tell me.
Done, sir.
Done? Fine? Okay.
Sir, wait, sir.
Okay. At any point of time, it may stop. Okay.
Once again, I am informing the 79 with connected with the two numbers. Who is that? With the two mobiles you have connected, or some another person with connected with the 79?
Ma'am,
Srinivas Reddy is there? Srinivas Reddy.
మ్యామ్ నాది కనెక్ట్ అయ్యే ఉంది మ్యామ్, వేరే వాళ్ళు కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నారు మ్యామ్ నా నెంబర్ తో.
మీ పేరండి?
అదే ఎవరో మనకి తెలియాలి కదా.
మీ పేరు?
నీ పేరేంటి నాన్న?
వేద మ్యామ్.
వేద. ఓకే, గుర్తొచ్చింది వేద. I think ఒకళ్ళు నీ నెంబర్ తో కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారు. సరే వేద.
Completed, right?